The future of warfare is here, and it looks an awful lot like an episode of Transformers. This is the Nazir, a recently unveiled robot car in Iran. Now, earlier this year, an Iranian general announced that they would have Robo soldiers in the near future, and here is one of the first. It looks impressive, slightly like something you might have seen in that old movie Sleeper, maybe. But you're seeing there missiles coming up in racks, and it can be controlled from over a mile away, carrying up to 1,300 pounds. And here's the little that we know about it. Inside the unmanned ground vehicle, there's a mechanical arm and what appears to be the cylindrical casings for 2 missiles. Small clusters of grenade dischargers mounted at both the front and the rear of the vehicle might release clouds of smoke to obscure the Nazir from enemy fire. Now, in comparison to the weapons of war that America can put on the field, it's not all that impressive, but it is a first step. Now, let's talk a little bit more about American capabilities when it comes to robo warfare. Are you familiar at all with the V-22, our vertical takeoff combination helicopter plane? Very impressive. It's also been very plagued with scandals, including the loss of multiple pilot lives while testing it. Well, we do know, though, on the one hand, it's got those problems. On the other hand, it's also very capable of defending itself, shooting missiles out of the front, out of the rear, and also out of the rear being able to deploy suicide switchblade drones. Now, these drones can be carried in a backpack. They can be launched out of a small tube. They can also be launched out of the back of a V-22. And when needed, they can be flown in and their small warhead detonated to take out a building, a truck, a school possibly. We know mistakes are made. Now, there are a lot of drones that can do something like this, but what the Switchblade has is a new capability. It can loiter overhead and observe a situation on the ground, confirm that a target is indeed a legitimate target and not a civilian or some other non-threat, and then deliver a strike without the soldier who deployed the aircraft ever having to stick his head out. The drone can fly piloted or autonomously. It can even power down its motor and glide in for the kill, offering mission operators a stealthy means of approach. Now, that's one sort of drone that we can put out, either from the ground or from an air vehicle. We also have swarms of drones. Take a look at the Navy's recently unveiled Locust drone system. You're seeing there a literal swarm of them doing scouting, reconnaissance. They can be used on both offense and defense. If one is knocked out, the rest can pick up the slack, and they can provide a ton of information on the situation on the ground. Now, this is the future of warfare, and it's a little bit scary, but at the very least, they will follow our orders, or will they?
I don't have to do whatever you say. I have my own free will.
Oh, well, in that case, my final judgment is Judgment Day is on its way.